We may decide to do anything with our lives. We may decide to do good, to do bad, to behave nicely, to be happy, to be fulfilled, to be joyful, to be excited, to help people, to do bad to people. We may just decide to do anything really with our lives. Think about it. Think about things that you've done in your life. Think about the past few years, how you've been living your life. What have you really been doing? Think about it. What have you been doing? I mean, apart from, say, you do your job, maybe if you're working, or you have your family, you do your thing, maybe you're making some money, whatever. Apart from that, what other thing have you been doing with your life? What impact have you been making in people's lives? What have you been doing as pertaining your life and purpose? All right, because we can get so distracted with the world, with the noise and distraction in the world, that we don't even get to know who we are and what we're meant to do here. I often talk about this thing because that is just the most important thing. No matter what we're doing, no matter how interesting whatever we're doing, so much excitement, we're going out, we're chilling out, we're going for events, going for programs, activities, church events, different events, different things, and those things are beautiful, they're nice. You can go to relax and all those things, right? But then you want to think about it, are you really focusing on the most important thing of your life? Are you paying attention to what you're doing? Do you really know why you're here and what you're supposed to be doing here? Because if you don't know that, every other thing becomes meaningless or useless. You see? And we cannot overemphasize this. So now, from where I started from, we could literally do anything with our life, right? We could do anything with our life. We have the power. The ball is in our court to really decide what we want. I mean, even by human laws and rights, they tell you the moment you reach that maturity stage, the moment you're matured, you become an adult, maybe young adult, say maybe from 18 years old, you believe you're independent, you can decide things by yourself, you can, you can take major steps by yourself without needing the help of any other person, not even your parents, right? That's what they tell in many of these, Western countries and other parts of the world, right? From 18 years old, some say 16 years old. So if you reach that age, they expect that, yes, you should start making decisions, important decisions by yourself. And nobody just can lord things over you or control you or tell you what to do exactly, So which means for the rest of your life, major decisions will be taken by yourself. Even before that time, you're still making some very important decisions by yourself. What you think in your mind, what you believe, what you accept, what you reject, everything is still happening in your mind, and then you're making that decision which nobody can control, you see? So, yes. So, our life, for the most part, is controlled by us. I mean, apart from the external things that you don't really have control over, things that happen within you, you have control over it. So, again, I'm talking about the fact that we have control over our lives. Even though we know life is a gift, it's something that we're giving. It's a blessing from the Creator that we're giving. But yes, for a large part, we have control over this life, and we can just do literally anything we want to do with it, right? And what you see with a lot of us, like I did also mention earlier, is we're just busy doing things, activities, events, wherever, the daily routine, go to job, go to this, go to that. We just like living our lives, right? And for the most part, we could just be, dissuaded by so much distractions and noise in the world. We just like following, suits. We're joining the bandwagon. Oh, everybody's making money. Let me go make money. Everybody's buying cars. Let me go buy cars. Everybody's giving birth to children. Let me go give birth to children. Everybody's getting married. Let me go get married. Everybody's getting certificate. Everybody's doing that. It's like, yeah, everybody's doing that. Let me go and do it. Like, you're just following the pattern, just following the usual, just following what everybody's doing. But do you know there's something that makes you different? Do you know there's a special assignment you gotta do here? Like, your purpose makes you unique in the world and makes your presence, your function, your role, and what you're supposed to do, your contribution, it makes it unique in the world that you cannot even afford to miss, because you occupy a space that no other person can fit in. You see, it's like you have a key, right? Now, every key has its own specificity in terms of how it enters into the lock and opens the door, right? So you are a unique key that will enter a unique lock. So it means that you have your own particular function and role in the world that no other person can fit into. Very important. So, it's very crucial to pay attention to all of these things, and sometimes just look at your life and see, okay, where am I coming from, where I am, and where am I going to? Not just be doing the usual thing everybody is doing, activities. Like in one of my most very, very fascinating and inspiring quotes, I said, activity without achievement is a waste of time. Achievement without fulfillment is a waste of life. Think about it. Activities without achievement is a waste of time. Achievement without fulfillment is a waste of life. When I meditate about it, I always get inspired to put down some very important quotes, and that's what I've been doing for most part of my life. And when I got these quotes, it came from my experience and the wisdom that God has taught me over the years, the revelation I got. When I thought about it and dived in, I realized that actually summarized everything about our life. Everything about our lives. Like, that is just a summary of everything we're doing here. Like, think about it. Activities without achievement is a waste of time. So, which means if you're just doing things, you're just up and down, like getting friends, this, that, going to events, going to this, going to that. All the activities you're doing should be channeled towards achievement. You see? And then the achievement supposed to be channeled towards fulfillment. So now here's the thing. So let's say maybe you have something that you do daily. Okay, use your job or what you're doing, your daily routine, for example. So if, for example, you have a job you're doing, let's give that as an example. There are many other important things, apart from job. So, but let's use that, to just exemplify what I'm trying to explain. So if you're going to job, right? So for your job, of course, there are activities that you're doing with your job. That's the main thing. You see, there's activity you're doing, or there are activities that you're doing with your job, a particular role that you're playing, particular thing you're doing, you're putting in your time, your effort, your energy, and all that. So, but with that, there are certain activities, there are certain responsibilities, certain roles that you're playing. Whether if maybe, for example, you're a chef, you're working in a restaurant, yes. So you go there, you do your thing, you prepare the food, you get it, the meal ready and all that. So there are activities, right? Those are activities. But then you're channeling those activities into achievement. Now, what is the achievement? The achievement is at the end of the month, you are getting salary, for example. You see, you're getting salary. That is an achievement. because then that's going to give you some financial, comfort, some financial freedom, so to speak. Like, I mean, or that could be a way to your financial freedom. So if you get some money, then you can, use money for a lot of things, to pay your bills, get some things that you want and all that, right? So that's an achievement, you see, to make money. Because yeah, for some people it can be really hard to make money. Yeah. So now, to make money, if you have a business, you are doing activities every day, maybe you are a blogger, or you're a vlogger, or you're a YouTuber, whatever, or you're a writer. So there are certain activities that you do every day, right? That will now be, be consulted at the end of the month, or at the end of the, time or period, where you're going to be getting profit for your efforts. So your activities now are channeled towards achievement. Then achievement must also be channeled towards fulfillment. Now, what does that mean? So now you don't just want to make money, because now actually where a lot of people have issues, or where they have that gap, is between the achievement and fulfillment. Because a lot of people have achievement, but they don't have fulfillment. They are not fulfilled. Now, how does that happen? Let's put it in perspective. When you have achievement, let's say you have some financial achievement, you have some promotion at your job, you have some things, you are elevated to a new level, whatever achievement you have, or maybe you just built a house, you just bought a car, you just got married, you just have your kids, just give birth to your child, or whatever, like any nice achievement that you had. Maybe you just graduated from school, you had a certificate now. Now, how do you channel your achievement towards fulfillment? That is now where your purpose comes in. Extremely important. That is now where your purpose comes in. So you must make your achievement align with your purpose. Exactly. You must make your achievement align with your purpose. You don't just want to achieve things and achieve it for achieving sake, but you want it to align to your purpose. Now, what does that mean? It means that, for example, let's maybe you have some financial freedom now. Maybe you've made some good money. You've now, got some financial success. Like, say you've maybe, for example, you become a millionaire in dollars. You're now a millionaire, right? That's an achievement, financial achievement. Okay, so how do you make this? How do you channel it towards fulfillment? You now begin to see how your money is important for your purpose. So, for example, again, let's say your purpose is about health, is about focusing on people's health, improving the health of people, humanity, helping people with their health, taking care of people and all that. Maybe that's your purpose. It can be more streamlined, it can be more focused, right? I just give that as an example. Now, if your purpose is about health, then you want to see, how do you manage your money? How do you put your money in health to improve people's health? You see, what do you do? Do you need, like, okay, maybe set up an hospital, or do you need to, establish a business? Yeah, because you also want to, like, get something running, like, to be making more money, like cash flow, right? To sustain the business, to sustain the project, to sustain what you are given as an assignment, what you are assigned to do, right? Exactly. So you must make sure that your achievement is in sync with your purpose, and whatever achievement you've heard is towards achieving your purpose. That is only when you can be fulfilled. Again, if your achievement is about, maybe you've got some degrees, now you are now like a professor, you are now like got some big academic achievement, or some position at your workplace. So you want to see, how do I use this new position now? How do I use this new achievement now to achieve my purpose? How do I channel it towards my purpose? So, for example, again, if you got some academic achievement, you can say, okay, so how do I channel this towards my purpose? Then maybe you can, maybe that gives you maybe more social capital to reach out to more people, to maybe get into some speaking engagement, to get into some places that ordinary people will not get to, right? So then you want to say, okay, Maybe you want to start doing some speaking engagements about health, about how to help people with their health, about what to, how to create more organizations, connect with more people, network with more people to increase their awareness, to spread the news. So everything that you've achieved, even with your marital life, even with your social life, with your spiritual life, every of your achievements must be connected or must be channeled towards achieving your purpose. So when your achievements are in sync with your purpose, that is when you are fulfilled. That is what brings about fulfillment. And I cannot overemphasize this. You see, I see a lot of our people that we get so distracted with many things that it's like, yeah, we just living the usual life. We're not doing anything different. Because your purpose will always make you different. And guess what? When you are fulfilling your purpose, you're also living your best life. You're also a happy person. You're not a troubled person. You're not a burdened person. You're a peaceful person. You are a person living in your nature. You are living in your natural space. You see that? So that is very important. That is extremely important. A lot of things that many of us go through today, we're going through depression, we are going through, sufferings, we're going through anxiety, different things that people are going through now. It is because even despite their achievements, they are not channeling their achievements towards fulfillment. They're not putting their achievements into fulfilling their purpose. And so they get frustrated, even they have a lot of money, but then for them it's like, the money is just there. Like, you don't know what you're supposed to do with money. Like, when there's so many problems in the world today that needs your attention, that needs money, and of course it should be channeled again towards your purpose. Everything you're doing is supposed to be connected to your purpose. So when there's so many issues that you can do money even with your purpose, so you realize that yes, when you discover your purpose, that will help you a lot with all the achievements you've heard. Whether it's even about your children, you have beautiful kids now. Can you channel those achievements to fulfilling your purpose? Can you engage your children in teaching them about your purpose, in teaching them about life, in teaching them about this is our family vision, this is what we come to do as a family? Like all these things, like bringing some very, very vital values and qualities to your children. Not just like having children and okay, just give it to children and that's it. No. You want to do something productive, something fruitful with your children. And everybody around you. Very important. See, these are things that are going to help us, that are going to give us a lasting impact. You're going to make a lasting impact in the world. And of course, having a lasting legacy. Like long after you're gone, that people will still speak about your good works. They will still speak about your name in good faith. And they will appreciate all what you've done, right? Because yes, you don't just do activities to have achievement, but you're channeling your achievement towards fulfillment, which is very important because that is what will give value to your life. Again, look at that quote. I said activities without achievement is a waste of time. So one wasted time, because yes, if you just have activities and there's no achievement, it's a big waste of your time, you see. And you cannot get that time back, see, unless God really help you and restore those lost years. So but it's very hard. So that is activity without achievement. Now, achievement without fulfillment is a waste of what? It is a waste of life. It is a waste of life, which means just having achievement and then without being fulfilled, it's a pure waste of life. So you look at people today that they have so much achievement. Oh, they are this, they are that, they are that, they are this. Or you see even some of all these politicians, they occupy those big places, these big positions. They bought a lot of cars, bought a lot of houses, do a lot of all these things up and down. But then because they're not really serving their purpose, they're not really fulfilling their purpose, everything still led to like them losing their lives, just wasted their lives. Like, what is the point? What have you achieved? Have you seen people who were who were once very rich, like who were very notable, very popular during their lifetime, but the moment they died, everything died with them. Like just the moment they died, everything died with them. Just a pure waste of their lives. Like nothing to even remember at all about them. Maybe people that they just use their their money to help around them. Because if you do not use your achievements to fulfill your purpose, it is a pure waste of life. It is a pure waste of life. You see, that's where that life will not be valuable after it's gone. When that life is gone, it's gone. That's it. It's gone. But you don't want to do that. You want everything you're doing to be valuable, to be productive, to be sustainable, and to be appreciated long after you're gone. Very important. So this is what I got to share with you. Very important things. Please take note of all these things. Let them help you in your life. Let them guide you in what you do every day, every night. You want to see yourself not just being a great achiever, but a person who is fulfilled, who is happy in his or her life. And I believe that the sky is the limit to all the greatness you can achieve, and we know sky, there's no limit. So you're gonna have so much greatness, so much glory that are gonna be expressed to the world. I congratulate you for you being a great person in the world and releasing your potential, releasing your blessing, releasing your gift to the world, and being a blessing to the world. And I will see you at the top. Please share this video, share this podcast, and on this channel you can also see some very exciting and inspiring messages that I've actually put in there, so you can check them out. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.